And we are
Yes,
live.
we are live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Baddie Girls podcast. Welcome on the show. For those who are new, we have weekly streams where we will be inviting hot creators and hot models all over the world, and we're going to have them on our show every Friday night. So make sure you subscribe and like these buttons and hit the notification bell if you're watching from YouTube, or follow when you are on Twitch. So we are waiting for Miss Erika Love to join us here in the live podcast tonight. We are now 9 p.m. Spanish time in Madrid, Central Europe time. So, guys, feel free to leave a comment and we will be glad to answer you those. So, let's now wait for Erica.
And already say hi to Enrique.
Hi, Enrique. How are you? Before I forget, I introduce you Mama Lava. He is also an online male creator and performer. And you can follow him on his Instagram. What's the name? The original Signa Mail. We create a lot of content together. So, yes. Hi, Mama Lava.
Yo, salute.
So, yes, right now I'm just checking everything because last time when we wanted to go live, something happened. We had a technical error and we were not live. So,
Also, Enrique and like all the guests, if you comment, we'd like to know where you guys are from. So that
oh, we have a visitor here, Chupito. I have 11 cats in my house. I'm a crazy cat lady, guys. So you will be seeing cats jumping on and off on the table here. So it's fun. It's not pre recorded, everything's live. Hey, Chupi. Hey, you want to be on the show? He doesn't want to miss out. So let me check. Where is Erika Love? She is a really beautiful creator from America, and we're going to interview her and talk a little bit about the adventures that we have as creators. So, who else? Hi, Enrique. How are you? Let me see. So yeah, this is the awkward silence.
now we're just waiting. We're just waiting for
We're waiting. We're waiting. She will be here soon with us. She's getting ready.
Version 84 says, "Hey Nancy, darling."
Hi, Roz. You made it. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. I was live earlier on TikTok, and he's one of my loyal fans, Roz. I know I'm dedicating this to you because you've been sticking by me for the last 10 years. Yes, he's a true loyal fan for about more than 10 years even. I think in 2008 I had a brand called Bubulin, and which was quite similar to what I was doing right now, but the world wasn't ready for me then. So I kind of put everything on hold, had another baby, and yeah, here I am again with Miss Baddie, me, not as Bubulin. You can just Google Bubulin. It was back in the day when it was MySpace. You remember MySpace, Mama Lava?
Oh, MySpace is
The
way back in the days. Can
yes.
you believe how much this has changed since then?
Oh gosh, the internet has changed so much. Like seriously, I loved
And
MySpace. Who remembers MySpace?
and to answer,
No, he's
to
not my
answer,
husband. He's not my
I
husband.
wish.
Oh, he wish. Oh, okay. Is that a proposal? No, he's not my husband. So he's a really, really close, really good friend. So, okay, Erica is on her way, guys. She's almost ready to join us. Yeah, as I was saying, MySpace. Oh my God, who remembers MySpace and who had a MySpace account? I
Jesus
did.
had one. That's how old it is. Jesus had one.
I had one, and it was so popular back in the day. I was so popular. I really found it so sad when it disappeared because I loved MySpace. You know, I was the queen of MySpace, to be honest with you. I even flew to Los Angeles in 2009 to meet with somebody with a model agency. Actually, I could have, yeah, I've had my own website back in the day, like, well, let's not go into that. But you can Google me. I still have some stuff from MySpace into Google on the name Bubulin. Yeah, yes, Ross, you had MySpace. I believe I had you from there, I believe. Um, Let me my glasses. Yes, yeah, we were friends. Yes, I think I've met you on a MySpace, to be honest with you. And then I went to Facebook. Then I had a YouTube channel. Gosh, I wish I just stick on to that back in the day. Remember the song that we did, Bubulin? Lick it, lick it. It's still on YouTube, actually. Oh my God, I gotta show you guys. This is my own song. Where is YouTube?
You should actually have that as a theme song for like the podcast and everything.
Oh
I like to
gosh.
lick
Look,
it,
look,
lick it
it's
off
still
like
it's
ice
still
cream.
online 12 years ago, guys. Listen to this. Where I have my silencer on. This is my song that I did 12 years ago for MySpace back in the day. Oh my goodness. I had 1,300 views. This is not filming, right? This is that's hilarious. Yeah. Now it comes. Memories, guys. You know what? If you want to go and search for it, I don't have the logins no more. But it's called Bubulin, Boolien. So now back to what we originally were doing. We are having Erika Love ready. She's backstage waiting for me, and I will announce her. She's a hot content creator,
Super hot.
Mama Lava. She's super hot.
I like her.
Yes, yes, he loves her a lot, a lot, a lot. So she's waiting.
A lot.
So we are welcoming Erika Love, guys. Welcome her to the Baddie Girls podcast.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am good. Look how gorgeous you look today.
Thank you.
Welcome on the show, Erika. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's Friday. I'm ready to relax. It's been a busy week. So,
what are your plans for tonight? I have to put my sound a little bit louder. Hold on. I'm just going to go. Hold on. Is it louder now? Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Good. Okay.
Good. I hear you now.
I'm planning on doing nothing because I want to relax, and it's a rainy, cold day here, and I had such a busy day shooting yesterday. I was like, I just want to stay in and watch movies.
Oh my God, I love that. I just love especially when it's raining, cuddle under a blanket and just watch movies, having some crisps around.
Exactly. I'm going to order some food. I'm going to cuddle up with my dog.
Oh, you cuddle with the dog. I'm going to, look. I have all the cats here. Like I said, I have a house with 11 cats.
They're all indoor cats?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, I let them out the other day for the first time because I just moved. And there's a lot of street cats around, and I'm just holding my heart every time because they fight. So I'd rather let them out for a little walk in the afternoon. And then by the time they have to eat dinner, I call them all in and they stay indoor, and they're all on my sofa, a little bit here, one there. And when it's a rainy day, like you said, I'm just curl up in the sofa and have all my fluffy animals around me.
Oh my God, you're a little bit of a crazy cat lady.
Yes, I am. Oh my God, I am.
Just a little bit. 11 is a little much. But
You
I'm
know,
sure
it didn't happen like it happened. I started rescuing one, and then I rescued another one, and then one was pregnant that I've rescued. And at the end of the day, it's my responsibility. I don't, the abortion thing with it wasn't,
just kept
didn't
them.
feel right, so I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't do that. So I kept them, and I said, listen, it's my responsibility. I found a couple of homes, but she had 7 kittens.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
So
ended up, yeah. And
the
then,
mom with her babies.
yeah, they're mommy's babies. And the thing is like, you kind of, people know in the area, and then they ring you and they like, you have room for another one. And in the beginning, I was like, yeah, just bring it. And then just before the pandemic, they brought me a box of 4 kittens. And I was like, okay, I'll find a home for them, because they were gorgeous white kittens, And I had homes for them all, but then we hit the pandemic, and people couldn't come and pick them up. By the time they were too old,
Yeah.
and they're still living with me, so
Here you
I
are.
take care of them.
Wow.
So yes, we are the crazy. Like, I'm the crazy cat lady, definitely. I love to cuddle up with these furry things.
Oh my goodness.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Erika.
Absolutely. So I'm Erika Love. Hey, y'all. I live in Austin, Texas. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Austin at all, but it is a kind of wonderful and weird, like hippie city in Texas. And I started doing OnlyFans about 2.5 years ago at this point. Totally a COVID career change.
Yes.
Like a lot.
I think we all did secretly,
Really, yes. I mean, I got laid off. I was home. I was bored. I was horny. And then here I am 2 years later. So it has been a wild ride for sure.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Thank God for the pandemic.
Oh, he's loving the pandemic. I mean, he's like, oh, thank God for the pandemic. So much changed, for me as well. Like, I'm an artist by trade. I paint, I sculpt, I work with Swarovski. I had my gallery, and the same thing. When the pandemic hit, I had to close. My business was literally based on tourism, so was no point of keeping my shop open if Spain wouldn't let tourists in,
Right.
So I kind of really did nothing, but then I think my anniversary on OnlyFans will be, I think, in January, 2 years.
Okay. So about the same time.
But I kind of, I got rolled into it. Not like, I didn't really know what it was. It's like a total, like, nobody ever expected that from me, but then I got introduced to someone, and she was a huge creator, really big. Her name's Arna Carl. She will be on the show very soon as well. We became friends, and that's how I got rolled into it,
That's so nice that you had somebody to give you like that guidance to get started, that you knew somebody. I didn't know anybody. I was just looking things up. I was in Facebook groups trying to figure out like, how do I do this? How do I get started? How do I build a following? And it took a lot of research. It took a couple months to really figure it out, to be honest.
Yes, because it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. They don't have a homepage. They don't have anything where you can promote yourself. We're getting banned all over the internet. We're not welcome anywhere. I've learned that along the way. I was like, I had my first Snapchat, right? I had my Snapchat from day one. I had all my videos with the kids on there. I had it for about 4 or 5 years. And I remember when I first started, I was so stupid. Like, I shared a link on there. And from one to the other moment, boom, my Snapchat gone. I cried for days because all my memories, I saved everything in the camera roll of the Snapchat, you know. I was like,
Oh,
what is going on?
that
And then
is
Ina was like, babe, whatever you do, do not share your link. I was like, what?
Well, that was one of the things that I was like, I got to figure out how to do this like separately, like, and create this entirely separate digital life for myself. So that's why I picked a name. I was like, this is what I'm going to use for social media, keep everything separate from my personal life. Cause I'm like, I don't want my friends or little cousins or somebody figuring out that I'm doing this. You know, one of those things I was really like, I got to figure out how to do this. And personally, I'm like, I can't stand Snapchat. I've never liked it. I've never liked Snapchat.
Oh, I had so many followers.
I know it's so easy to get them, but all I get is like ex-boyfriends that are like hitting me up, being like, "Hey, can we chat?"
Hey, what you up to?
What are you
For me, it was more my memories, that were in there, and the funny filters, seeing the kids grow up. Like, I've lost a lot of videos. Then I made my second Snapchat last year, and I already learned my lesson. I had a following of about 10,000 people on there, and I was like, yeah, I was killing it. It was going really well. And I just shared my link tree. And no, I had a digital card, my Slink. I had a digital card. And I just shared it on there, and I shared it multiple times before. And the next thing I knew, it was gone again. I had to start all over again. I was like, oh my God, you've got to be joking me. It's so frustrating.
It's the life that we live as creators. You kind of get
Yes.
used to it. And whenever somebody says, oh, I lost my TikTok or I lost my Instagram, and they're really upset about it, I'm like, you can be sad about it for like a day or two, and then you just got to start over, and you have to start rebuilding. I think you have to be very resilient and be able to do that, like not take it personally, to keep your business going.
Yeah.
Because I mean, gosh, I think I've gone through 7 or 8 TikTok accounts.
Oh, me too. Oh, listen, my last TikTok account was even hacked.
Really?
Yes, they first tried to ban me. They've tried it several times. Then I had my account paused I had like 53,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
And I was doing really, really good on there. And I was just having fun with it. And then in May, I have my mom on my TikTok sometimes. My mom suffers from Alzheimer's. So I kind of, take care of her a lot. And I just like to bring her with me into the stories and into the shows. The thing is if she sits in the sofa and she sees me recording, because she's with me 24/7, she just stands up and she just jumps in front of the camera with me. Because she's thinking, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's fun, So I get her on the video with me. So I kind of, that was one of the last videos I've made for my TikTok account. And then I was driving to Marbella because I have 2 different places where I travel between. And in the car, I get a message, and I was just so distracted. I had a crazy day. Sometimes you have those days, we all go through that. And I just following, and I had to re-verify my account. And I did it. And the next thing I knew, I was logged out. My account was monetized. I was getting gifts on my videos. I had money in there, everything gone. And now I've tried to ask TikTok to save me and try to get me back in, but they've changed the email and everything. So
yes. I've made like 10 emails so that I can keep making new TikTok accounts. Just keep doing it. Because for me, it's been my biggest platform in terms of finding fans. So I should be at like 500,000 followers. It is painful. It's painful.
I know, but I can already imagine why you constantly get banned, because you are quite heavy chested, which I've noticed.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter what I wear at this point. I've realized that
exactly. He's like, you didn't notice. You didn't notice
it. Hey, why?
You have to be more in it because nobody sees you. You're hiding behind.
Which is a good thing.
Who's this handsome man? Who's this?
That's Mama Lava. But
a new biggest fan. Biggest.
The thing is, Erika, I had a chest reduction 3 years, 4 years ago now. It was just before the pandemic. I had implants, really big ones. I know
How
yeah.
big?
Everybody's like, yeah, they were like literally
They
this
were
big.
Triple J, weren't they?
Yeah. And the things, I was very shy, believe it or not, before. I have some video, but because of my Snapchat got deleted, all my stuff and my nudes and my videos from before was on my Snapchat. Because I would never keep it in my camera roll, so I don't really have a lot of footage. Yeah, I have
It's
some,
all on my
and they're
camera roll. On my phone. Oh my gosh.
so yeah, I choose to have a reduction because of the implants. I had them 10 years, so I had to remove them, and my doctor was like, no, I'm 49 years old. So he's like, for your age, for your health, because I had 2 biopsies, but
Okay.
thanks God it was not cancer. It was what's it called in English? Benign.
Okay.
And I was very thankful for that. But he's still, because I'm in this age where it's still dangerous.
Yeah.
He's recommended me not to put implants. But gosh, you know how much I miss them.
But you
I
look
miss-
busty. Like you've got some boobs.
Yes, but they're
Nice.
natural. They're just lifted. He took
Okay.
1 kilo here and 1 kilo here. 2 kilos was removed. Can you imagine?
I mean, boobs are heavy in general. Big boobs.
I mean, I know, yeah.
I've been choked
I
up by a
weighed
bunch.
mine. So, I can't do like the kilo conversion in my head, but they're 4 pounds each. I properly weighed them scientifically to figure it out, because people ask all the time. How this? People always ask, how much do they weigh? And I was like, I really want to figure it out. So 8 pounds together, 4 pounds each.
Wow.
People always think they're heavier though. People are always like, they must weigh 20 pounds. Like, no, there's no way they weigh 20 pounds. I'd be
yeah, I suffered as well, and from here, my neck, everything, it was quite heavy.
Yeah.
But, I remember when I had them just removed, I remember I was looking in the mirror and I was crying and I was so happy. I was like, I don't have to wear a bra now. Oh my God. Wow. I can just wear a dress without a bra.
Like right now?
Yes. But
I should wear bras more, but I'm just so comfortable without them. And I'm sitting I'm at home. I'm at home right now, so I'm allowed to not wear a bra.
You don't need to wear a bra. It looks really good. Set them free, baby.
Yes. I agree. Free the boobs.
Oh my goodness. So Texas, Houston. I've never been there.
So, well, I'm in Austin, which is
Austin.
No, that's okay, because it's like the big cities in Texas are Houston, Dallas, Austin. And Austin is kind of known for being like this weird city, really. Like it used to be a bunch of hippies that lived here, and it's just grown over the years. And I mean, it's a really unique kind of place. I moved here 3 years ago, so still kind of new, but I like it a lot. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. And everyone thinks I'm this like Texas MILF, and like, yeah, I'm a real Texan. I've been here. I'm from here.
Where are you originally from? What area?
I'm from New England, so like New York, Connecticut, that area. I lived in New York for a decade. I lived in the city during my working days, and went to college there, and then moved to California for a little bit, and now I'm in Texas.
Okay, I've been to New York long time ago. This must be in 2000. No, I'm sorry, in 1998.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh wow!
I've been to New York, and it was before the attack on the 11th, in the September 11 attack, and I love that city. But I was freezing my butt off. It was so cold. I remember I wanted to go and visit the Statue of Liberty, and they were like, "Oh, you have to go on a boat." And I remember I was wearing this short, like this pilot jacket, which was very fashionable back in the day. And I still have a picture somewhere standing there like, oh my God, it was so cold. It was so cold in New York.
It does get really cold in New York, and if you live there, you have to learn how to dress. You have to get those big coats down to your like knees and the boots and everything. I lived there for, including college, for 10 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had a whole life there. So it was great. But yeah, if you're not used to the New York winters, they are very rough.
Yeah,
So,
I'm originally from Belgium.
oh, okay.
So in Belgium we have quite cold weather there, but it's a lot of rain. Huh? It's a lot of rain.
It doesn't freeze as much as in New York. Like New York tends to like get
Really,
really cold
yeah,
during the
really,
winter,
really cold.
The wind just like, I mean, really, because of how the streets and the buildings are and everything, the wind just comes right through. It can be brutal. So, I mean, I don't miss that part. I miss the food in New York. I do not miss the cold, cold winters in New York.
Oh, talking about the food in New York, I've been to a place, an Italian place where you can eat. Like I remember, it was well known. It was somewhere in Times Square, like a really, like in the, and not Times Square, but in one of the side streets.
Okay.
Famous Italian for his meatballs. I don't really remember the name no more.
I'm gonna guess Carmine's. Carmine's is
I thought,
And it was, and I remember the first time that I really actually went to a restaurant in America. I
oh
got
wow.
the plate on in front of me, and it was a plate huge, like so big with these meatballs. I'm like, how am I ever going to be able to eat that?
You don't finish. That's what it is. You don't finish it.
The portions were so big, but it was so yummy. Oh my God. Like I said, 25 years later, I'm still talking about it. You know, I'm talking about the New York meatballs.
Hey, you can't. I mean, it was a memorable experience. Are you kidding? I'll talk about New York pizza forever. So it's like, because I miss it. So I get
Yeah.
it.
but I hear a lot. I hear a lot of people moving now out of the big cities, and they're all moving to Austin, talking like Elon Musk and all of those like
Oh
famous
yeah.
people.
So it's crazy. Everybody wants to live in Austin now. I moved here right before all that started. I mean, Austin's been a growing city for a long time because there is tech here. You know, Facebook's here, Google's here, now Tesla's here, Oracle's here. There's a ton of huge tech companies here. But in the past couple of years, because again, like of the pandemic, everybody's moving here now because so one of the things about Texas that's appealing to people is there's no state income tax. So you pay federal taxes, but you don't pay the state taxes. But if you buy a house and your property taxes are super high, but a lot of people are like, oh, you make so much more money in Texas because they don't take the taxes out.
Oh, wow.
Like kind of true, but kind of not true. But the cost of living here is just cheaper. It's and you have way more space. And you know, Austin's very much like there's a big college here. So if you like college sports and stuff like that, you have that. There's a ton of music here. You can go see live music whenever you want. I live maybe 15 minutes from downtown. And then there's a lot of fun stuff like lakes, and you go float on a river, you go to breweries. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do.
Wow. You know what? I was closely, let's put it that way. I had a sugar daddy, right? And the guy was completely like obsessed with me in a good way. He was my biggest fan on my pages. He was supporting me with all my stuff, you know. And one day he writes me and he says, oh my God, the house next door just got for sale. And I want to buy the house for you. I was like, really? I said, but I'm not American. Like, how are we going to do that? I don't know, but I'll figure a way out. Like, he was literally serious about buying me a house in Texas or somewhere. I don't even know it was Texas. And he was like telling me all about like how it would work and with the taxes. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that, you know. And it was not so long ago, actually. But I kind of he ended up going back to his wife. So I'm happy for him because I all believe in, you know, I believe that is very important, you know. You don't interfere in that. So there was bye bye my house. Otherwise, I would have moved down to Texas, you know.
Wow, I've never heard of that with a sugar daddy before, but I believe it. I mean, you could have like rented it out, been here a couple times throughout the year, you know.
You know that, yeah, I was, you know, shocked when, you know, I've met a lot of men online because of this business and the industry we're in. And I had a lot of proposals over the last 2 years, actually 10 years, let's put it that way. All kinds. I even met celebrities and everything. I can't name names, obviously, but huge celebrities that offered me all kinds of stuff. No, don't you go there.
Okay.
I cannot say the name.
But I want to hear these stories.
Yeah,
So I want to
No,
hear
they're
these
rappers, but
stories.
I will tell you personally. Can we, Mama Lover, we cannot discuss this. Okay, this is
Okay, we won't discuss the Canadian rapper.
So anyway, the thing is like I
That's
have
hilarious.
had, yeah. So this proposal was really like wow. He was actually really serious about it. I was already thinking, oh, moving to America, yeah, I can only stay. We have to get you a work visa and blah blah blah. And he was so serious about it, and I kind of got excited. The thought about it, like, wow, I'm getting a house, rent free. You know, like this is an amazing opportunity. But you know, I'm actually really happy that him and his wife settled things out with each other. I mean, I was not the reason
Right.
they got into a separation anyway. That was not because I met him during the separation. So, but yeah, that was
It
quite
is so funny the things that people approach you with doing this. And I mean, you know, oh, I'll fly you to Dubai. I'll, you know, do all these crazy things for you. And I'm like, oh my God, like you're full of it. Most of it is a lie. Most of
Yeah.
it is people being, you know, they just want your attention. And it's, you know, it's just so funny. But I'm like, okay, well, out of like every 10 guys that come at me with something like that, maybe one of them might kind of be true. But I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time. This is.
I know. The thing is like we have to be careful. You know, on the internet, there's a lot of crazy things out there. Some are always very cautious, and this is an advice that I always give to any other creator that starts an online network. You know, we really have to be careful. But on the other hand, it's super exciting, and I always take things for granted. Like, how can you say that? Like, we know it's there.
Yeah.
And I always give the benefits of the doubt. That's basically what I was going to say, because there's always some guys, they're really like literally loyal and true. To be honest, this morning I had a really long conversation with one of my fans on my OnlyFans, and he was opening up to me, you know, talking, and I was replying with an audio, and he was so grateful and happy to me. He's like, you know, because he was shocked that I was replying to him. I'm like, but that's what you're here for, right? You subscribe to me to have a personal experience, and that is what I'm giving you. It's not only to do with, you know, spicy content or interesting pictures or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's also about having a personal contact with each other and create a kind of a friendship.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so they're also there to talk about like personal things. It's really interesting because I'm studying for sex therapist, you know.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of, the reason why I started to do that, because it's something that I always loved, you know, and I've always bring people together and couples together, and I always, you know, when there's fights, I'm always the one that they call, and you know, I level things out. And I had a lot of fans that I was actually more how you do, like coaching them.
Yes.
You know, yeah, you probably know all about it because it happens. You know, we have all sorts. And I was like, I should be doing that. I should be actually, you know, do a course. I have a proper diploma, and offer to help, because we're doing it anyway.
Listen, I feel like I'm doing a public service and I'm saving marriages. Like,
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah to that, Erica. Absolutely.
because I mean, a lot of men, if they think about 20 years ago when this wasn't an option and men weren't on social media talking to women, and I know it might not be right for a lot of people or a lot of people's eyes, but if they weren't able to do the flirting online and everything, they would be out there looking for it somewhere else. And then you're getting yourself into real sort of like cheating and situations like that. So I look at it really, I'm like, I'm saving marriages. I'm, making these men, feel like they have somebody they can talk to. And, and the thing is, it's all about the fans. Like, even, a lot of fans feel like they could never really talk to like a big famous porn star, like, somebody that's like household name. They feel like, oh, I could never talk to her. She would never bother with me. But they look at us sort of like normal women and they think, oh, we're like a realistic fantasy to them.
Yeah.
So it's all about engaging the fans. And, I used to do marketing for a living. So I was like, the fans are your number one thing that you need to prioritize. If they think certain things, then that's what you are to them. So don't ruin the fantasy for them.
True. I totally agree with you. We bring a smile on their faces every morning when they wake up.
Oh my God, that's what I say to people all the time. I'm like, I'm just here to make you smile.
Exactly. High five, girl. High five.
I am just here to
I do the same thing. I have men that literally take the time to welcoming me. They tip me for a coffee in the morning. They send pictures of them. Even I have this guy that sends me beautiful Photoshop pictures of himself surrounded with flowers and like handing the flower to me, like, for you, my love. And because of you, I wake up with a smile. Like, it is so touching. I love what I do, because I know I keep bringing smiles on people's faces. He's really lonely. He's how you say that in English? A
Widower.
A widower.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's so happy that I'm in his life. And okay, you must say, oh yeah, but he pays for your attention. Yeah, but he pays out of free will. I don't make him pay anything. Like, even if he can't afford or he has a low budget, I will still say hello to him.
You're not leading him on. He knows what he's doing. And also, he might not be comfortable really. He might not be ready for a relationship with another woman in real life.
No.
But you're helping him get there.
Yes, exactly. He knows he's totally not ready. And he just likes the attention. And he takes care of his mom. He made a sauce and he named it after me.
Hot sauce.
A hot sauce. Yeah. He named it after
Baddie
me.
sauce?
Yes, Baddie sauce. Baddie sauce.
That's hilarious.
So I actually haven't heard from him from a while. So I was a bit worried, but people have lives and go through things in life. So I kind of understand he will be back when he's ready, but I kind of miss the attention because he sent me beautiful quotes, flowers, coffees, just name it. It was so romantic. And like, the reason why I also want to do these podcasts with everyone, because my battery, is because I think there's so much more behind the scenes that people don't know. Right. I mean, it's just not a dirty side. Like, there is so much more beautiful things behind, because we're helping a lot of lonely people.
Well, it's a safe environment to explore certain fantasies, or to, maybe you like a particular thing and your wife or your partner doesn't want to do that thing, but you can role play that thing with me and you still get to live that fantasy and have that excitement. And then you can go and do what you normally do with your partner and still feel satisfied in a way. And that's why I think this is so popular, because there is that piece of engagement with somebody where you feel like you're getting to know somebody. And I share details about my life. I'm really open about the fact that I live in Austin, Texas. I'm, talk about my dog all the time. I'll show some like normal day-to-day stuff and not just all the, the sexy stuff that you get to see.
Yeah.
But I think people get a sense of my personality through social media and really get to know a little bit about me.
So yeah, I actually wanted to ask you another question, because we kind of started talk. We're like both chatterboxes. Like we could go on hours and hours, and I think we would not bore out each other.
Yeah.
But you also host podcasts, so tell me about it.
Yes. So I started a podcast. I'm coming up on almost a year now doing it, and it's called Tit Talk. Because TikTok.
Seriously?
Yes. So that was a comment I would always get when I would go live on TikTok. And I was like, oh, that's really funny that people are saying TikTok. So I was like, well, that's what I'm going to call my podcast. And, the agency that I work with helped me get it started. And when I started, I was like in a studio in LA, and I was like, this is crazy. I'm like so used to being behind the camera, and now I'm the one in front of it. And that's how I launched it. So I've been doing it more in person, where I'm interviewing somebody like at an event or at like a big content house with other creators and doing it that way. And now, after doing a couple of these types of interviews with people, I'm like, I'm probably going to start doing these, because then you just get to talk to so many more people.
Yeah.
So the thing that makes my podcast a little special is that it is, a portion of it is topless. So I do topless.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Take the top off.
There. Come on, put that on.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
No. We are on Safe Network here.
Can't blame you guys.
Wow. Okay.
So half the interview is safe for work, and the other half is not safe for work, to make it a little
interesting,
bit more
Erika.
fun and exciting.
I think you should book a ticket to Spain and come and visit us, so we can do one like that.
Do a
That would be
European
so
tour,
awesome.
that'd be amazing. Oh my goodness. I know. Well, I feel like I've met so many creators that are in Europe that if they had the opportunity, they would absolutely work with us. And it's just so hard. But I mean, I love all of my European fans. It's so funny, the things that people like say and ask for, and where they come from, and how they find you. And it's just all very interesting, and I love it. So gosh, I would love to go to Spain.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Europe?
I have not. It's so sad. I want to go to Europe.
So you have to think about getting that ticket, babe.
I know.
This is an invite.
It's long overdue.
But that's the thing about the US. It's such a big country.
It
that,
is.
Like, before you've traveled all of the US, that's already a lifetime, basically,
It is. And, I've gone to South America and Central America and all the islands. I just haven't made it over to Europe.
You have a passport?
I do have, but yes, I have a passport.
Okay, so
find me a sugar daddy that wants to bring me over to Spain, and then we'll make this happen.
Yeah, let's make this work. I was actually thinking, I'm in the middle of setting up a new platform. It's going to be really, really interesting, and something that's safe. That is not glitching all the time, and where we don't feel welcomed,
Right.
But it's going to be probably launched in January if everything goes according to plan. But we're planning to do a big launch party. So I think you should come to the launch.
We'll have one in Miami.
Yeah, we'll have one in Miami as well.
Okay, definitely put me down for Miami.
Yeah.
I got people there. That sounds like a great
place
to meet you in person.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Podcast live.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think I believe in the metaverse a lot. Mm-hmm. And we are offering a lot of stuff as VR, like virtual reality stripping and just stuff like that will be, brought onto the platform. Yes.
So cool.
We're going to have lots of different things, NFTs, a lot of things that is for the future. I
Absolutely.
have kids of 25 and 28, and they're completely, with cryptocurrency, metaverse, it's all about that. So I that's why I got introduced to that kind of world, and I think it's pretty good. It's big for the future.
It is. It's definitely one of those things where I'm like, I know I should do this, and I don't know enough about it, but I hear about all these. And the thing is, with crypto, they're not. They're a little bit more comfortable with what we do for a living at times, so we don't have to worry about the banking issues and all of that, which is why I think it's so appealing. But I just have not been able to get my fans to do that yet. Like, I can't get them. I mean, signed up for Spank Chain, can't get them to move over.
No, I think it's a little too soon still because of the crash and everything that happened last year. So everybody's very careful.
Right.
I know a lot of people lost a lot of money with investing, and then suddenly everything crashed again.
Right.
But if everything goes down, it goes back up at some point. I'm also in the middle of having my own NFT of Baddie me.
Very exciting.
So yeah, that's gonna be super exciting once that's launched. I'll speak to you in the direct message about that, because I think I could be really possibly really good for you as well to have your own NFT, because it's an investment. You know what I mean?
So I have my own version of NFT, and I don't think I can say the whole phrase right now because we're keeping it friendly for social media, but I think you'll be able to figure it out.
Yes.
So nice effing titties.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Nice effing titties.
He's like, beep, beep.
He's like, yeah.
I'm buying them. Where do I buy them?
Oh, he's a boob man. He's such a booby man. But aren't they all? So yes, and then you will be launching that.
No, oh, it's just a joke. It's my.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Good one,
taking
though.
this really serious.
See, but this seems to be a theme in your life. You make a joke, and then you're like, oh, this is a great idea.
Actually, yeah, it was a great idea. Because that's the future, Erika.
I'm full of ideas. I need someone to help execute. That's what I need. I need a business partner to help me bring some of these crazy ideas to life. I'm good with doing the podcast. I love doing it. I feel good and confident and comfortable doing that. But then some of these other crazy business things, I'm like, I could use some help with that one. So
I think I can help you with that.
I'm ready for it.
Yes, ready for it.
But the good thing is, you'd also be surprised, when you go and reach into your fans, you'd be surprised what positions certain people have and what opportunities really lay in your hand because you've shared your love.
Right.
So they're very willing to reciprocate. Is that the right word?
That's the right word.
Watch me, European boy.
Okay, European boy. What does that mean? Because I never heard of that word.
Reciprocate means to give back.
Oh, okay.
We help each other out. I do something for you, and then you do something for me.
Yeah, I believe in that. Absolutely. Oh, wow, that's a word I never heard before.
I learned something new
like
every day.
swapping.
Yeah, kind of there's sort of this mutual understanding that if I do something for you, you will help me out too. And I mean, it's just like believing in karma. You put something out there, and hopefully somebody will do something nice for you.
Yeah, I believe in that really deeply. I mean, but sometimes I think I've done so much in my entire life, and then sometimes I'm thinking, like, when is it finally happening for me?
Well, right, and that's what in the little world that we kind of met in. I think that that's definitely a place and a good example of where I felt like I'm just going to do nice things for people. I'll give people free advice. I will, help sort of promote people on my pages. And then eventually it's going to come back to me with opportunities and, things like meeting you and doing a podcast interview. So you just got to believe that the nice things you do for other people will come back to you.
Yes, Erika, I 100% agree with you on that. for me, it was a whole new world opening. Can you imagine jumping into the entire network with all the creators? And I was like, what is this? And
Yeah.
then I was lucky to be introduced by a really big top model, top
Mhm.
creator. But still, I was so nervous, so scared. Oh, you cannot make a mistake. Oh, you
Yeah.
cannot do this. You cannot do that. And I was like, I'm staying on the background here. That's nothing. I don't believe. I don't want to be in the rat race. And I'm not in the
Kind of
rat race.
intense. It's intense at first, and you have to
Yes.
like watch other people mess up and then be like, oh, I'm not going to do what they did.
Yeah.
You have to sort of mind your manners with people and be polite. But yeah, it's crazy. It's overwhelming in the beginning, and then you find your people and you find your tribe, and then you find your
Yes. Absolutely. I had my first experience where I was doing a collab with someone, and she started like, I didn't know, like, you have to take a screenshot when you
oh
post, and then you have to take a screenshot when you delete. But I thought, I've never done that ever before, so I thought when it deletes, it does, you have the little hearts on your page,
right.
when it's loading. And I thought when you delete it would be the same thing, so I deleted it and it was gone and I couldn't take the screenshot. And I was like, and I tell the girl, like, I'm sorry, but this and this happened. And she had a go at me, and I was in tears. Like, I can't believe how a 20-year-old makes me a mom. Like, she could be my daughter. Makes me freaking so upset.
Well, yes, it's shocking, and honestly, that's why I like working with MILFs.
Yeah, yeah.
We have some more life experience. We don't take it all
We
so
tolerate, accept,
seriously. Yeah,
patience.
and when somebody says they're new, I don't know what I'm doing, either you can say, no, thanks, I don't want to work with you then, or let me help you and tell you what this is about. Like, but I agree with you. I think that there is a community of people where they just they react so like
Yes.
negatively sometimes or aggressively.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she literally made me cry. And so I had the page. It's like I was 3 months. Oops, I'm gone. And so then she called the girl and said, listen, Baddie is just very new to all of this. You got to understand that was a sincere mistake. So it kind of got forgiven, but it traumatized me, Erika. It
Oh
seriously traumatized me. And since then, I was like, no, I'm not going to be part of this. I'm just going to do it my own way. Like, I don't want the drama.
Yes. And also, I think that people sort of expect that you're going to run your business how they run their businesses. And that's not how it works. Everybody kind of gets to do what they want to do and run things how they want to run things. And you get kind of peer pressured at times into doing things a certain way. And I'm like, it took me a year to realize, I'm like, doing things that way doesn't work for me.
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
isn't making me
Yeah,
money.
what works for someone doesn't work for someone else.
It worked
Right.
completely different for the MILFs than for the young girls. But
Yeah.
I think once you really clock it, once you get it, it will work better for you girls, because you just have so much more to offer.
You've got
yeah, we do.
me
We do, Erika.
I feel like I've tried everything to figure. Oh, we do. We have so much more. Trust me. Oh, seriously, I was like, I've never felt sexier in my life than I do right now. That is for sure. And this has brought it out definitely much more than before. But yeah, you got to figure out what works for you. I feel like I try everything, and then I got to a point 6 months ago where I was like, no, I'm going to do this. And this is all I'm going to do. And it started working and working and working. And that's how I got to the point that I'm at now.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting. This is what I want to do and start all the podcasts, because it's all about networking and, helping each other, creating, getting to know each other, what you do and how you came across. There's so much more behind the scenes. And it's just fun because I've had a lot of fans asking me questions. They are intrigued about certain things. They just don't only want to see a picture. They just don't. They just want to get to know you more on a day-to-day, day-to-day basic normal level.
Yes, absolutely. It's so, and I feel like I've been very fortunate that I've had some fans that I've really connected with that have been very respectful and very nice and tipped well. And, it's been a very good experience. I've only had maybe like 2 situations where I was like, I have to break up with this fan. This fan is like, thinks that this is an entirely different thing than it. They don't understand the fantasy of it. They're like, you're my girlfriend, right? And I'm like, no. This is.
Oh my God. I have been through that. Like, we can't say names. Don't even dare you saying any names, because a lot of my guys are watching and following me on social media, and I love you all, guys. You are all amazing, and I appreciate you all. So don't take anything personal that has been said here.
But it goes back to what you said at the beginning, which is like, it's really good that this platform exists, because there's some.
I have virtual boyfriends.
Yeah, I have had that too, and I think that's wonderful. But I also think sometimes when so I'm 41 years old, and
wow. You maintain yourself really good, Erika.
Don't tell anybody. I'm 41.
No, I won't. Our secret.
31.
But a lot of people think I'm much younger, and it's so funny. I've never really dated younger men, like much younger men. Like I usually stay in the 35 plus range. And so when these 23-year-olds are like, I want to be with you, I want to come to Texas and meet you and take you on a date, I'm like, sweetheart, I am like your mom's friend. Like, where do you think this is going? Like, I'm looking for a husband that wants to get in on this little business that I have here. And I'm like, a 23 is a little too young for me, sweetheart.
Yeah, what do you have to offer? I mean, they're all sweet, and I love them all, and I kind of like, I treat them. They're like my boys, they're my boys.
I'll be your stepmommy all day long.
Yeah, I'll be your stepmommy, but to be literally living with me, and I oh my God, the offers that I got. I mean, I feel always so flattered.
Yes, I need pool boys. Come be my pool boy. Come, do all those things for me. That is what I need. But when it comes to that, like getting married and stuff like that, I mean, never say never. One day when I'm 60, I might say, yes, I'm going to marry a man who's 20 years younger than me. You never know.
You never know. You never know,
But you're more looking for a man that takes charge, basically.
Yes, that's usually what I prefer.
Well, there is some mature guys out there that literally like are 25, 26, and they're really alpha males,
And I love that. And I just haven't found them in Texas yet.
Come to Europe.
Come to Europe.
Oh, I feel like I get myself in some trouble in Europe.
Oh, you will get yourself in trouble in Europe, madam. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a little Spanish boy, like 25, 26, hot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna turn down a once in a lifetime experience like that. But again, like, as long as they understand, like, this is for one thing only.
Yes, and the accent they have, like Antonio Banderas, the really central.
Okay, so when I was younger, I had the biggest crush on him.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
So, Erika, what are you waiting for?
Whew, I was like, you are.
Shit, my berry. What are you waiting for, Erika?
I need to go over there. I need to get to Spain.
I still have 10% on my battery is going quite fast. It was fully charged.
It was good. It's good.
My battery, but we're already 58. Oh my God, we're almost an hour in, and we're just chatting away. I'm just enjoying myself so much.
I told you we had nothing to worry about. I was like, we'll be able to talk, no problem.
Yeah,
I still haven't even gotten to ask my fantasy.
Yeah, he has a couple of questions for you. He has a couple of questions.
Well, it's actually fans question. First of all, I have to say, by the way, person.
We have. Hi, Robert Bassett. How are you? I was kind of ignoring the chat. Let me
But
just.
while she's reading that, I will ask you what every fan wants to know, of course, is what is your biggest fantasy?
My biggest fantasy. Whew. Okay. I'm assuming we're talking about sexual fantasies, not just like I want to win $1 million.
No, wow.
Oh, I wouldn't mind winning that.
Unless you want to have sex on $1 million.
Oh my God.
It's funny. There are things that I had never done in my real life before doing OnlyFans, and you put a camera on me and I suddenly feel a lot more comfortable to explore and try new things. So, I think so. The current fantasy for both is two men at once, 3 men at once.
Really?
I haven't done that ever.
That was asked to me today, and I was thinking about it. I'm 49, and one of my fans asked me that, and I was like, never really crossed my mind.
Well, like, I've got a little bit more comfortable with the group stuff. I'm like, this seems very hot. I would like to try this sometime. So.
And it's nice to be able to do it in reverse, because it's always normally multiple girls and one guy, you know what I mean? And what's in it for the girl then, you know?
Right. That's how I look at it. I'm like, well, this is fun. This is nice. I've done plenty of that, but I would like to, yes, reverse it and be the complete center of attention. This fantasy involves me doing absolutely no work. Like,
would you surrender? Would you surrender? Yeah.
Lay there and enjoy it.
Oh my God, I love you.
My fantasy, right? I don't want to work for it.
Exactly.
Yes. I get you. It's something I might, I get you on that one.
Yeah. I mean, this is just one of these things that I'm sure it will happen eventually. Goals for 2023 goal for sure.
Never say never. Who knows? 2 hot Spanish boys.
You're really selling me on this vacation.
I am. I'm trying to get you over here.
You gotta come see these Spanish horses. You think Texas got horses? No.
They have bulls here. A lot of bulls. Oh my God, we're going kind of the wrong direction. So go on, pick yourself up.
Well, what's something that really turns you off, that like so that people know how not to approach you?
That's a great question. So I've had a few fans that sort of I'm trying to think of what's the right way to say this. They sort of think that they if they are tipping you, that they can have whatever they want from you and talk to you however they want. And sometimes if you don't give them attention immediately, they get frustrated. It might, talk to you in a negative way.
Yeah.
I do not tolerate that. That is the number one way to lose me. I am not going to put up with it. I am not your wife. I am not your girlfriend. I am, this is, we're supposed to be nice to each other here. This is supposed to be
fun. I agree with you on that one. Yeah.
And so if you get off on being mean to women, then don't come to my page. I don't want your money.
Yeah. Just keep it in your pocket. Yeah. I've been there. I've been there. Oh, I have some rude guys on there. Like, I block them. I don't need their money. I don't tolerate. No.
And then the other thing that bothers me at times is that people think that because you do things on camera digitally, you have a digital sort of nature to this work, that you also do things in real life, and that you're willing to do that, and that they come at you with thousands of dollars, and I'm like, I don't do that.
Oh yeah, that happens as well. They kind of don't show any respect, and you've been misunderstood. They get the wrong picture. Yeah, it happens.
And
And
it's also the same thing like with dating, because like when you're dating as well, there's one thing of how you are on camera, then to when you're in your personal life and you actually want to enjoy it, and you know.
So, oh yeah, I tell men that all the time in my dating life. I'm like, no, being us alone together is different than us being on camera together. And if you're going to date me, you need to understand that there's a difference. Because like if we're on camera, I'm going to be a director. I'm going to be telling you what to do, and if you can't do that, it's going to work out.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's the hardest as a male actor to accept that at that moment in time you're not there to have fun. It's fun. Yes. Don't get me wrong. It is fun, but that's not your main priority. There, our main priority is to make you guys look good.
Yes,
that's our job.
Yes. We have shot content together, so we know what we're talking about. It's strictly business, you know, and we kind of, you know, you're working. You're not there like you
work, and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna adjust things and say, don't block me. That's rule number one. Don't block me. That's why a lot of the time it's so much easier to just work with other male creators that know this already. So unless you're actually my boyfriend, I'm not going to invest the time with you to teach you how to shoot things. So I mean, but if you again, you know, you want to date and get to know each other and do this, then I will teach you about lighting and, you know, how you do all these things. And
yes,
send them to a lot of yoga class, because you know the positions is all different.
Oh, I love doing yoga. That's my best content.
I think that's where you need to find your actors.
Yoga classes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry, I'm letting the cats in.
We're just letting the cats in, so she was waiting in front of the window.
Okay. So also, well, another question, but completely different one. This is not a dirty question. Is of course you guys have huge platforms basically, so you can reach a lot of people. What would be the number one message that you would want people to take away from you? Something that like maybe you've never been able to say, and now you can.
Really, I'm just all about trying to have fun. Like this is fun. Like my brand is boobs in a sense of humor. If you don't take things too seriously, whether I'm making a TikTok or I'm making an OnlyFans video, like I really just want to make you smile and laugh and have a good time. And if you don't share that sort of mindset, then you should probably go follow somebody else.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
I love what I do now. It is so much fun. I have freedom and flexibility in my life that I never had when I had a corporate career. You know, I did marketing for 15 years for major companies, and, you know, but it burned me out. I worked 50, 60 hours a week. I traveled a lot. And, you know, this has been such a crazy life change because, again, I wasn't ready for it. It was totally COVID. But now that I do this, I'm like, I want to do this now. This is what I want to do. So I really come at it from a perspective of like, this is great. This is fun. This is entertaining. And, you know, just be respectful. That's all I ever really ask of people is be respectful. Exactly. And if you're going to insult me, be funny. Be original and be funny. Don't just come on my TikTok and tell me I'm fat. Like, come at me with.
But you strike me as one of those people who could take a good joke. Though.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Listen, talking about cyberbullying, Erika, I had my first major experience into that just recently, because I went viral on TikTok and on Facebook, and I had 4 million views. And nearly a million on TikTok, and I was actually wearing a pink yoga pants.
Yep.
And you know, the thing was, it was purely, you know, a quick. And I told him before we went to the shop, because he went to pick up my son. And I said, should I change? He's like, nah, you don't need to change. You're fine. I said, are you sure? You know, so we went to the shop.
I didn't get the dress code.
And the thing is, like, I'm like, okay, just film me a little bit. You know, I'm gonna make a couple of reels of this and that. I turn around and the bag breaks from my cat's sand. So anyway, I lean over, and that video went viral. And oh my God, not on TikTok. TikTok was super loving to me. It's a total different audience. But on Facebook, they roasted me. Seriously.
Instagram, I find that Instagram is pretty mean to me lately. It's very good to me overall. And that's the thing. It's like you have a video that gets 1 million views. 90% of the people commenting are going to say nice things and tell you you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, all these things. They're going to ask you to marry you. They're going to do all those things. But then 10% is going to be negative comments. And I'm like, you're going to do this no matter what. And again, like, I had a background in dealing with social media. So I always was taught, like, you don't respond to negative comments. You don't respond back to them negatively and get into a fight with people. You just don't do any of that. Yeah. But so that's what I say. If you actually say something that's funny and it catches my attention, you know what? Good for you. Good for you that you were original. You said something, but saying you're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. I'm like, you can do better.
Oh. The insults I got, the most funny way, because I'm actually going to make a video on YouTube about that. Just reading the comments, just reading, because people were literally fighting in my DM. Like, no, not on my DM, on my comments. They were fighting with each other over me.
That is one of the things I love the most, is that, especially if I go live on TikTok, a lot of time men will come to my defense if somebody is saying something negative, and they just sort of do it themselves without me asking. They'll say, like, be respectful, leave her alone, she's just having fun. And I really appreciate that they do that, because it just restores your faith in humanity, that there's nice people out there that will come to your defense without you asking.
And also from a marketing perspective, this is this whole new thing called controversy marketing. Basically, it's like Andrew Tate was doing, and a lot of people were doing it. Actually, it's like you cause a fight, like they're actually doing it on purpose. They cause a fight, or even Kanye West did it now last couple of weeks. They cause a fight, and then they just step away from it,
and they let the public just
actually really smart.
Yes. That is very much a tactic people use all the time, especially here in the US, I feel like.
I've seen that. Wait, I'm just definitely. I'm have to post.
Okay. So, if you were president, which I would vote for you, what is the one rule that you would change?
I would legalize abortion in the United States.
Oh man.
Oh, is that illegal?
I currently live in a state where abortion is illegal. This is something that happened earlier this year, where there was a Supreme Court case that got overturned, which has now turned the control back over to each individual state. So states can determine if it should be legal or not. You guys don't have these problems in Europe. Nobody seems to care.
No. Well, it's not on that one, but it comes down to the same principle, where you should be owner of your own body, and you should be able to decide what you put in your body, what you do, what you change with your body. It's your choice.
I mean, my talking about this is the similar thing. My father is terminal. Not with cancer, but he has Parkinson, and we have a choice in Belgium of having the lethal injection.
Euthanasia.
Yeah, euthanasia.
Yeah, like they would never think of being able to do that.
He's applied for it. It was a big shock for us, but I kind of understand my dad. I went to visit him in September. It was very, very emotional. I didn't work that month. I just couldn't. My fans been waiting for me. They understand. I've been through a really emotional, rough time, because it came as a shock, because he's not dying, but he is dying.
But mentally he's not in.
Yeah, and he's in too much pain. So he says, I'm going to apply for it. So they basically, in Belgium, you go through 3 interviews by 3 different doctors and a psychologist, and then they determine.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're ready for it or not. And they just, I just got the news that he was ready for it. So they're gonna, whenever he wants the date, he gets the date. And it's basically, they come to your home, and a doctor comes to your home and gives you the lethal injection.
it's sad to think about losing your father, but at the same time, if it's something that puts him at peace, and it can be done in such a nice way where the family can be there and be around. And
because we will be there when that's going to happen. You know, we choose to be there and hold his hand so we can be there. It's tough, Erika. I mean, I made peace with it now, but like I'm telling you, I wasn't okay. In September, I wasn't okay at all.
Of course not. But I'm again, like being in America where we're like, that could never happen. I'm like, I can understand why if somebody who was kind of suffering with an illness, they're like, this is an option for me. This is what I want. And you get that choice. And that's what it's really about. It's like you have the choice over your own everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for Belgium, honestly.
Good for Belgium.
That's amazing that they just give people the choice.
Yes.
No. But it's become like a really strange thing because like I was raised between Europe and the States, and we were always taught like the States was the land of the free, right?
Yeah, but in many ways.
It used to be like even like 10, 20 years ago, like and I was living in the worst place. I was living in Memphis, Tennessee, like the Bible Belt.
Oh,
okay, as a Jewish boy, you know, but like it used to still be like a lot more free, but it's become like this really weird thing now in the States where you guys have certain freedoms that we don't have.
Yep.
You know, but then on other stuff, you guys are still very, very radical. But I'm happy you say that one though.
There are definitely some things about the southern states where, again, I'm like a New Yorker at heart. I'm like, this isn't right. But I know, like, you asked a really serious question, like, what would you change if you were president? And I'm like,
yeah, I know, like, that's Kamalava. He goes.
I like to throw people off balance sometimes. Aikido.
I know. Well, I have time probably for one more question, and then I've got to get going to my next thing.
Yes, because I think my battery, like, we have to do it quick because my battery is about to die on the phone. So shoot away, Mama Lava.
No, I'm gonna let you do.
No, you had yours prepared.
Choose one from the fans then, because we didn't get the fans to ask any questions.
Okay.
Sorry, it's on the iPad. Sorry, one quick one.
And then we can do this again in like a few months. We'll catch up after the holiday.
Yeah, well, not a few months. We can do it faster.
We can, now that we know how this works.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you have to press live.
Oh, yeah.
We had technical errors before, so
you're never gonna forgive me for that.
No, I'm never gonna forgive you for that one. That was such a bummer,
Like, we're not a couple, but she treats me like her. Ugh.
He's my best friend,
Aww, it's cute.
I don't know.
Where's the question?
Actually, it's from Russ. It's to her if she will add him. This Ross guy, Persian.
Oh, I have this guy Ross, a Persian. He's a loyal fan. Like, before you came on the show, I was talking about the MySpace era. You remember the MySpace?
I do.
I was huge on MySpace. I loved it. And yeah, I was doing something similar to now, my name was Bubulin back in the day. And he's one of my loyal fans from back in the day. He stuck with me for 15 years, something like that. Yeah, no, 12 years, because I had a song and I was literally showing it.
Oh, that's what you were doing because I saw you do it. I was like, what is she doing?
Yeah, I was like, he brought up memories. I was like, oh my God, I kind of forgot about that. I did have a song and it's still on YouTube,
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. So what is his question?
No,
he wants you to add him. He wants to follow you.
We'll send you his links later. He is a good guy.
Okay.
Good guy to have.
Send me his Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
He's from Canada.
Okay.
I think he has Only as well.
Okay, well, just send me his link. I'll give you a follow.
So what time is it now with you?
It is about 3:15 in the afternoon, and I have to go pick up my dog at doggy daycare. And I actually have my my dear friend from New York, who is also my main photographer, is staying with me. So
nice.
that's like, I did the photo shoot yesterday, and we have to go downtown so he can go meet, this like cowboy client, I will call them.
Okay, so we can find that really nice photo shoot on your OnlyFans, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of new beautiful photos. Next week, we're going to do holiday photos. So I'm going to
nice. I'm looking forward to that. I just got my Santa Claus baby outfit. Yes, I'm going to be shooting.
We can schedule a holiday interview if you want, where we're all dressed up.
And I'll put on my outfit and be Santa baby, and you can be Santa baby, and we can ask some.
I'll be Santa, and you guys can come sit on my lap.
I like it.
I will be giving my Christmas list to Santa. I have a Christmas list, so you can prepare your Christmas list, Erika.
Oh, well, I have a very special, I will say, candy cane that I will bring onto the holiday podcast. Your fans will love it.
Okay. My phone is about to die, Erika. Okay.
Bye, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Show.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You're ready. All the way from Spain. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed chatting with you, and let's do this again.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
You too, Erika. Bye. Bye.